All right, we're here giving our predictions for Money in the Bank 2019 pay-per-view. We're going to go through a rough lineup on what we could find as the actual cards lineup, and then give our winners and why we think that person's going to win. So we will start it off with the pre-show, which we have as Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos starting out on the show. We'll go ahead with Marshall and give him his reasons why and who he thinks is going to win first, and then I'll go next.
So I thought this was for the Smackdown Championship, but it's not, right?
Right, yeah. From everything we could find, it's not a title match. Because of the wild card rule.
It's the stupidest rule of all freaking time. I had Bryan and Rowan winning because it's like there's no way they're going to drop the titles that fast, especially since the Usos are on Raw.
Right.
Right? But should I switch that? But I think it's going to be like a heels, like a grab the ropes kind of finish. Something like that.
Well, but aren't the Usos still technically heels, I guess? I don't know. Or have they not been heels since they let the New Day win?
They're not heels anymore. Because look what they did to, what was it? Dash Wilder and freaking who else was it?
Scott Dawson, where they put the Uzi hot in their boxers.
Don't talk about that, man.
Anyways, well, I actually still had the Usos winning this match because since it's non-title, I don't really think a loss would really hurt Daniel Bryan and Rowan, and it could be a loss by like kind of heelish means, but. Like, something's going to happen, maybe, like another tag team will interfere or something like that. But I still had the Usos coming out strong because then that also makes the Raw brand look stronger, which is needing ratings right now. The Raw brand's ratings are just tanking. Yeah. Well, and then who knows? I mean, it's still weird even seeing Daniel Bryan, who is champion at Mania, as a tag champion now. But so I've got the Usos. He's got the Eco Warriors.
Eco Experience.
Yeah. Then the next match that we have on the pre-show is Tony Nese, the champion, versus Arya Daivari in a singles match for the WWE Cruiserweight title.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Have you been watching 205?
I've watched some of it and I've caught up on some of it. But I don't watch it religiously. I mainly just watch other people's reviews of it.
That's what I do.
And what they tell me is going on. So.
I keep up with the storyline, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe they just need to show it on TV.
Yeah.
Instead of just on like the network, because it's like.
They have to show Chris Lee knows best after SmackDown. So
the ratings are insane on it, I guess. I have Nese winning. There's no reason to take it off of him so soon. I mean, why beat the greatest or best kept secret?
Right. And so I'm actually going to differ with you again. I actually had Arya Daivari winning because he can have more of like heelish means than I guess Tony Nese really could.
Tony Nese's character is kind of like
he's kind of like in between, but Arya Daivari is the type of heel where he like won't defend his belt and like he'll do whatever he takes to be able to get out of a match with the championship. And I think already Tony Nese beating the best person they had in Buddy Murphy was already a big moment for him at Mania, nonetheless. So with him losing now, it could put him chasing Daivari, who's not gonna want to fight him for the belt because he's already beat him.
I see what you mean. I don't know. I think it would be kind of dumb to take it off. Him so fast.
The next match that we had on the card. Actually opening the show from what we could tell was Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship, with Joe being the champion. This is a match that's actually probably going to be one of my sleeper hits of the show. Yeah. That could potentially be the best match.
It's what they did at WrestleMania.
Right. So we'll go ahead with Marshall's pick first.
I have Mysterio winning just because I think it's going to be something with his son. They've
been showing Dominic for the past 4 or 5 weeks on SmackDown.
Ever since WrestleMania, right?
For kind of no reason, yeah. And I also had Rey Mysterio winning. One, because it'd be a big loss to Samoa Joe, and we see how ruthless Samoa Joe can get.
I think it's going to be like maybe his son interferes or accidentally does or something, and then he'll do something.
I think Dominic Eddie Guerrero's son Dominic is going to get put in the Coquita clutch.
That's true. Yeah,
and then something's going to happen to where, but then again, something could happen to where Rey Mysterio even gets himself disqualified and loses because he could be trying to
gets the chair to him or something.
He could be trying to get Joe off of Dominic, or there was another possibility where I thought of Rey Mysterio winning, but then Dominic turning on him. So then we could have a father-son type match.
Yeah, but
at SummerSlam.
He's so green. I don't think there's no way.
But I mean, look whose dad is. He's been wrestling for 30 years. So, he
doesn't look like
so
shit.
I think we both had Rey Mysterio coming out. Like I said, this could be the sleeper match of the show, which maybe the other one coming later, which we'll get to later on.
All right.
The next match that we saw was Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship
already?
match.
You wanted to go through that one.
That's from what I could tell. It looked like that was going off second, and I think maybe the Money in the Bank could be the reason why. But we'll get to that one here in a sec.
Okay.
So we'll have Marshall go ahead with his pick first.
No shock, Kingston's gonna win, right?
Yeah. Well,
there's no way they're gonna take it off of him that easily.
Yeah, and I think Kingston's gonna win as well. But it's gonna be a close one. There's a slight rambling in my brain of Kevin Owens winning, but I think Kevin Owens is in the spot where he doesn't need a championship right now. But especially Kofi Kingston, and here's why I say that: because both the other members of the New Day are injured right now. And Kevin Owens is also saying, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be champion. So now when they come back, they could turn Big E and Xavier heel on Kofi and have Big E versus Kofi for the belt.
That's gonna happen.
I do think that's going to happen because Big E.
I think Big E will turn heel. I don't think that Xavier will turn heel.
And I'm thinking Big E will turn heel, but bring Xavier with him. Basically, is what I'm thinking. But
I think Big E is good enough as himself, to be like a good ass heel for a while.
So I'm thinking that could be like a big SummerSlam blow-off match is Kofi Kingston and Big E, with then Kofi suffering his first loss of the title, and then so then they could build up a feud from SummerSlam. They could build up a feud from SummerSlam to Mania then of those two battling, and then they could have a big thing of Mania of former best friends.
How long is he out for? How long is that?
I don't know. He's already been posting on his social media like videos of him like recovering and lifting weights and stuff. So he could be back by the next pay-per-view, which is the Saudi show. But they probably won't do anything until
the Saudi show. I thought it was.
Well, I thought it's the Saudi show, and then like Stomping Ground is after that.
Extreme Rules, I thought it was, wasn't it?
I think Extreme Rules is after Stomping Ground. I think that's like 3 pay-per-views away, but they've got to get that Saudi money in there.
Goldberg versus Undertaker. Woo.
Yeah. So then the next match I had is The Miz versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. This match, I don't know what the deal is. I thought that the Mania match was fine, a good way to end it.
No, I like how they're still going on.
But we'll go ahead with Marshall's.
It's probably my favorite feud going on right now, and that's a shocker for me because I really don't like The Miz as much as everyone else does. I like him as a heel more than his baby face. I hope he does something heelish at the very end. They go back to heel and have Shane. Even though I love Shane, the best in the world thing. That's hilarious. How he goes every week. He's like, the best in the world. I think I love it, but I have Miz winning. There's no way he's going to lose back-to-back against a non-wrestler type thing.
We're going to differ again. I have Shane McMahon still winning because I think they're going to try to continue this feud.
Really? Even longer?
Even longer.
His dad's going to come out or something, right?
Because I think something's going to happen where one of the Shane's goons, whether it's Lashley or somebody else, is going to come out and do something to the Miz's dad, which is then going to be able to cause Shane to win the match. So,
I can see that happening.
So then the Shane wins again by nefarious means, which then they could have like a big SummerSlam blow-off again, where it's like nobody can interfere in this match and stuff like that. So then they can basically finish the feud and then have Shane go over then, or have the Miz go over then.
Ow.
But also they could do something specific because the Miz's wife is pregnant again. So they could make it to where he has an injury angle come up or something like that, so that he gets time off.
We were definitely going to see a high flying thing off the cell or half the cage of.
So we differed on that. He had The Miz. I had Shane McMahon as well. The next match we had that we could find was Becky 2 belts versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title.
You want to do those back to back?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can do those back to back. But we'll start with the Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship match first.
Really? We're starting out with that one?
Yeah.
See, we'll talk about it, but I think is what's going to happen in the show is that Lacey Evans she's going to beat Lacey Evans.
I guess we can do both of the matches right now.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So, and then say which winner we think.
I think Lynch is going to beat Evans, and right after she wins, she's going to be tired and out of it and whatever.
Right.
I think Flair's going to rush the ring, beat the crap out of her. I think she'll be the 9-time champion.
Yeah.
I don't think, unless these rumors are true, that she's going to keep the belts just because of merchandise and 2K cover, I heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think Flair's going to win because I think Becky's we've seen Becky and Flair way too much.
Right.
So they need to be on the opposite brands. She needs to be away from Becky as far as she can, do what she's got to do over there at SmackDown, build SmackDown up again, and then be the heel that she's great at, and then Becky could live over there, be Raw's Women's Champion. Still, I think that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. Here's what I think. I think Becky will retain in both. One, because, like you mentioned, Charlotte becoming the 9-time Women's Champion. I don't think that they're going to do that on this small of a show of Money in the Bank.
Well, they're not making anything small anymore.
Well, yeah, and also because I think that would be a record for the amount of times that somebody's held the women's belt.
Is it really?
Would be 9 times. I think they said that somewhere. I could be wrong. But if that's the case, I see that happening at a bigger pay-per-view. Also, there's the possibility of her losing to Charlotte to keep her away from Charlotte, because then Becky will be on SmackDown or on Raw, and Charlotte will be on SmackDown, and then later on in the future they can pull that feud back together of Becky versus Charlotte. But
I'm tired of it.
But also there's a part of me that thinks that Lacey Evans could win with her being so green.
So you're on the opposite side of me right now?
Yeah, with her being so green, because then it's only going to make her better. She's going to have a prop to work with, and then better superstars will be in there to help her through her matches. So, I mean, but like I still have Becky retaining on both.
The Kabuki Warriors?
So the next match we kind of have as a cool-off after that match, because that I had was Roman Reigns versus Elias, because if something does happen to Becky Lynch in those matches, people are going to be mad. So they're going to want a cool-off match, which this is basically the only one on the card that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like this,
which sucks because I love Elias.
Yeah, Elias is a great heel. He does what he needs to do. I think further on down the line, we'll see him as an Intercontinental Champion.
Are you gonna disagree with me on this one as well, or are we
probably not?
Reigns?
Yeah, Reigns on this. There's no way Elias is coming out of this match, especially since I think this is one of Roman Reigns' first big matches back since or pay-per-views back.
Well, he's been back. No, he's been back since WrestleMania.
Yeah, he had WrestleMania.
WrestleMania was his big moment that he came back and won.
So,
who
did he wrestle at Mania?
Yeah, he did. He beat. I forgot the match.
It was no Reigns Undertaker match, that's for sure. So yeah, we both picked Reigns, of course.
I guess we'll do Money in the Bank's last. Let's go to the.
Okay, yeah, we'll do Money in the Bank's last. So then we'll have. We already covered Becky Lynch and Lacey, so then the only other match that we would have would be Seth Rollins and AJ Styles.
Which is going to be hopefully.
Which hopefully this doesn't wind up like AJ and Nakamura, where this match seems like this could be a match that they might drag along.
Or Dean and Rollins.
Yeah, this seems like a match they could drag along because of who the people are. But we'll go ahead with who you think is going to win first.
I don't see Rollins losing it. He's doing such a good. I think he's so good as a heel, not heel, whatever. One of the greats in the ring.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we'll see Rollins lose. Mainly because AJ's a better heel than he is as a babyface.
I agree.
So with AJ Styles losing, that could potentially make him snap into a heel, and then we have a heel AJ Styles chasing Seth Rollins.
Remember what was it, a month ago when Vince McMahon slapped him?
Yeah.
Remember that? And I thought it was going to be like, he's going to turn into a badass heel. And then I think it was like a couple weeks ago. he said something about, I want to bring my boys with me.
Right.
SmackDown. I was like, the Bullet Club's coming back. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
But I got my hopes up again.
Well, and then they apparently did just offer a ton of money to the club to stay, and it's been reported that they turned it down. But I could potentially see them putting them back with Styles as kind of an extra heel increment that Seth Rollins then has to overcome.
I want an undisputed era type of thing with Balor and them joining everything.
Well, and I think they are building towards factions though, because I think they'll bring the undisputed era up as one whenever they come up.
I certainly hope so.
But we'll cover that on the Takeover show that we do later on.
Takeover 25.
But yeah, we both have Rollins retaining. And especially since he beat Brock Lesnar in the way that he did, I don't think that they're going to make somebody lose that soon after beating somebody that was so.
He beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
He couldn't. Yeah.
And now that we know that him and Becky Two Belts are getting it on, I don't see either of them losing anytime soon. So we'll go ahead and start with the women's Money in the Bank match next, which is Natalya versus Dana Brooke versus Naomi versus Bayley versus Mandy Rose versus Ember Moon versus Carmella versus Nikki Cross.
Well, we think Nikki Cross.
We think Nikki Cross.
Could be Sasha.
I think they did say that it is Nikki Cross now. I think that's been confirmed. But I could still see Sasha showing up at some point in this match.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's definitely going to be Cross. It has to be.
Yeah, and it's a tough one for me. I think could either be Nikki Cross or maybe even somebody on the SmackDown brand.
Really?
Either Bayley or Natalya. Okay. Because the reason I say Natalya is she's helped train pretty much everybody in that locker room in the Divas division. And she hasn't really had her moment ever. And
she's won the SmackDown Championship.
She won the old Divas butterfly belt.
Well, she's won SmackDown Championship as well from Charlotte.
She?
Yeah, she beat Charlotte.
Yeah, I don't remember that. That was
I think her character's really bland. I think she needs to go a heel or do something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, and then I think Bayley could win it as well.
Who do you have though for sure?
I actually had Ember Moon winning it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a shocker.
Because from what I remember, they thought really highly of her. But yeah, I kind of have Ember Moon winning, especially since last year a heel won it. Last year,
yeah.
So I feel like that they'd have a face now win it this year, which who knows what Nikki Cross really is at this point after her rebranding, whether she's a face or a heel.
Love Nikki Cross.
But she's been kind of allied with Alexa Bliss, so it kind of makes me feel like she's a heel. But yeah, I actually had Ember Rose.
They could shock the whole entire world and have Brooke win.
They could, yeah. I mean, or even have somebody like Carmella win again, because Carmella.
I don't think it's going to be a 2-5.
Vince has his type, blonde women. Blonde women are the ones that get everything. So there's Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose could even win it.
Yeah.
There's Carmella. I mean, we already see that he's been giving Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans perks, and you can tell the resemblance between both of them.
Sonya's not in this, is she?
Sonya Deville's not in it, which was actually kind of weird to me, which makes me think that Sonya could have...
She might be Cross's place.
She could be, or she could help Mandy win it.
Or she could cost it and have
them finally break up that they teased a couple weeks ago. Yeah. So you had Nikki winning, right? And I had Ember Moon.
No, I didn't have Nikki winning.
No, you didn't have Nikki winning?
I had Bayley winning.
Bayley winning.
I think there's no reason not to give her this. She's been in this slumps for so long.
Well, yeah, and they treated them so poorly after Mania with the Mania thing.
And with the Sasha thing happening right now, I think she needs to be on a singles run at the moment. I actually have something to look forward to for Bayley as a character, because she was so good in NXT, and then look what they did to her.
And imagine her coming out to surprise, and the Bayley buddies coming up in the air when she comes out to cash in the Money in the Bank.
That was so cheesy. But I would love Bayley.
Yeah.
I want Bayley more than anything to win, because I think her character as a whole needs it more.
Well, and I think Bayley would be one of those types of people like John Cena was, where he announced that he was cashing it in, and then had a match for the belt, as opposed to
I don't think that would happen, but it would be really.
But cool. She is more honorable that way, where she would probably want to do that.
I can't believe she got booed a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it's because of Sasha is why she's getting booed. But
I think it's because they're not writing her character right at all.
Right. So then the next match we had was for the men's Money in the Bank, and it has Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Ali, Finn Balor, Andrade, Randy Orton, and Braun Strowman got replaced by Sami Zayn. This match is probably the toughest to predict for me.
Really?
There's one that I really want to win, but then there's two others that I think are more of a possibility of winning.
Who's the person you really want to win?
The person I really want to win is Andrade.
Okay, that's good.
I really want Andrade to win.
I love Andrade,
He'd be.
He's learning English now.
He's learning English, and he's such a dastardly heel. Having Zelina Vega there with him, that
she could actually help him.
That would help him, and then he could cash in the Money in the Bank. However, you can tell that they're building a Finn Balor Andrade feud right now as well.
Okay.
So it seems like that they might be doing that for an Intercontinental feud, because I don't see Finn Balor winning. He's already the Intercontinental Champion.
No, absolutely. That's the one we don't have to worry about.
So, and then the other ones that I was thinking that have a greater chance of winning are Drew McIntyre or Sami Zayn.
Okay.
And why I say Sami Zayn is because just imagine this with Kevin Owens beating Kofi Kingston and Sami Zayn cashing in on Kevin Owens. With all the issues
that would be amazing.
With all the issues that Kevin Owens has caused Sami Zayn in the past, Sami Zayn finally getting his revenge on Kevin Owens and cashing in on him.
That happening.
I don't see that happening. I see Drew McIntyre winning this match.
Drew McIntyre winning. I see Sami Zayn winning.
Yeah.
Why would they? Well, why did he really get Braun Strowman really get?
I don't know if they really said why he got removed from the match.
I think they did. I didn't really look into it, but I think it's like a backlash in the back, right?
I think so. Like heat in the back, yeah.
Right. I think after all this, Stain comes back. They need a heel. I don't know. I think he's so good right now. Like he is like on fire with his character right now.
Right.
If he would win, it would be like the most shocking because he came in last just 1 week ago, or not even a week ago.
Yeah.
He came in, win it, and then I want that to happen. I think he's going to win. They could pull that, but I could also see someone like Ali winning it.
Well, and what I'm worried about is Baron Corbin's going to win it, because how much of a troll move would that be to have Baron Corbin with the Money in the Bank again?
No way. I don't think they would do that.
Well, but then that could be an easy
He's already hated enough.
He's already won it once before.
Oh,
but
and
he
they can
lost
add on to the
immediately
when they announce them this 2-time.
Yeah.
I would hate that so much.
That's why I feel like Vince would do that just to troll everybody.
I would also like to see Ricochet win it though, man.
Yeah, I think he's too new though. I think they're gonna build him up for something. Maybe it'll be a triple threat Intercontinental match at SummerSlam or something between Andrade and Balor.
United States is on Raw, right?
United States is now on Raw. Yeah.
I think they're probably going to hand him that title soon.
Yeah, I could. Well, and especially just imagine a match where if it was Joe, Ricochet, Mysterio in that match,
or just Mysterio versus Ricochet,
three of the most talented athletes they have on the roster in that match. So it's like I said, that match is probably the toughest for me to predict. I can see them trolling everybody with Baron Corbin winning, but I feel like Drew McIntyre is going to win because
I would love that. I would absolutely love it.
When Drew McIntyre started out years ago, Vince said, "This is the future of our company." So. And then so they can have him against Rollins later on down the line with Drew McIntyre cashing in on him and then Rollins chasing him, because baby faces are always better when they're chasing than when they have the belt. So
like an undefeated baby face or overpowered like baby faces boring. Now before whatever it is, do you think there's going to be any run-ins for the championships after that? Do you think
if I could see Sami Zayn potentially running in the Kevin Owens Kofi match,
and then costing Kevin Owens
and wind up costing Kevin Owens the match,
threat, or he pins Owens or something, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I could see Sami Zayn running in and interfering some way in that match. I
don't think they're going to take it off Kofi that fast, though.
Yeah, I still have Kofi retaining, but maybe Sami Zayn could cost Kevin Owens the match by trying to do something and it distracts Kevin Owens or something. But,
what about the women's?
The only other see, I don't know. One other thing though that intrigues me is if Nikki Cross does win the Money in the Bank, they could build a feud of Alexa being like, "You're only there and won because I let you there."
Well, because I couldn't.
Because I couldn't do that. So then if Nikki wins it, they can later on down the line have Alexa Bliss versus her for the Money in the Bank.
I can see that happening. I would love Nikki Cross to win.
That's
if she's even in the.
If she's even in it.
I'm pretty sure, 99% sure.
Yeah, I think they've officially came out and said that she was. The only other match I could see there being an interference and possibly would be the Rey Mysterio Samoa Joe with Dominic interfering.
You said the Shane McMahon.
Yeah, and then Shane McMahon and The Miz. That match just has
run-ins.
Who can we give an extra paycheck to this
Bobby
night?
Lashley's not even on the card.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley's not on the card. Who's the other people he's been having help him? Elias. I mean, Shane McMahon couldn't interfere in that match afterwards or something. I don't know. But Elias Roman Reigns is probably just a blow-off match.
It all depends how much they want to shock people. That's all it is.
Well, like I said, we'll be back. We'll try to do something for TakeOver 25. If we don't, I guess we'll try to cover the Saudi show. The Saudi show is probably not really going to be canon very well. Or be canon with storylines that are going on. I mean, hell, we have Undertaker versus Goldberg. So, and from what I understand,
is there any belt for that?
I don't think so. From what I understand, though, that there's going to be a Seth Rollins Lesnar match.
Really?
With Lesnar retaining
that big money.
Yeah, with Lesnar winning it.
Really?
From just rumors I've been hearing floating around, but I guess we'll know once it gets closer because Lesnar, now that he's retired from UFC.
Yep. That's true.
He's going to need something to do. But however, I could foresee him going to Smackdown because he's more of an athlete. And Fox wants more of the pure athletes on the show when they go to Fox.
Do they really? Is that
yeah,
what they said?
They want more. They want more of the actual athlete type people. And with his professional wrestling background and the UFC name, that's why he's there. That's why Roman Reigns is there. That's why
they kept Andrade for the.
They kept Andrade there, and Finn Balor's there.
Yeah.
So it's who knows what's going to happen at Saudi? But if we can't get the takeover, which will probably be a short card anyways, it won't take very long. It probably won't even be 30 minutes like this video is.
Yeah.
But that takeover show has the potential to probably be one of the.
Oh, it's takeover 25.
Takeovers are always some of the best
takeovers
products they do. This past takeover, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the greatest show I've ever seen.
Yeah, we probably should have just watched that instead of WrestleMania and just called it a weekend. But
the first time Anthony got to see WrestleMania, he sat through for 6 hours of boredom.
Yeah, but we'll see. So that pretty much wraps up the Money in the Bank 2019.
You said 2K19.
Yeah, because I was thinking about what you talked about earlier with Becky on the cover. But that pretty much wraps it up for this pay-per-view, and we will catch y'all later. Peace.